Summer Walker being exposed as a certified homewrecker. So the internet has been spiraling ever since people started accusing Summer Walker of dipping into somebody else's relationship and baby. When I tell you the timeline was having a field day, here's the breakdown of the alleged drama. People started whispering that Summer was involved with somebody who was very much in a relationship. Next thing you know, screenshots, subtweets, and shade from the girlfriend start floating around. Then boom, the internet slapped a label on Summer like they always do, Homewrecker. And you know Twitter, they ate it up. Memes, edits, threads, everything. Then the kid cheating scandal dropped like a bomb. As if that wasn't enough, the kid scandal popped up where people claim the man Summer allegedly messed with was not only in a relationship, but also allegedly out here cheating on his baby mama. And the baby mama? Yeah, she came forward with receipts, alleged, screenshots, and emotional posts, and the timeline said, "Oh, we got a story today." People accused Summer of knowing he had a kid and a partner. People accused him of lying to both women. People accused the baby mama of stirring the pot, like everybody was catching strays. And the way the blogs posted those captions like, Summer Walker caught up in cheating scandal, allegedly steals someone's man. Girl, clickbait was having a holiday parade. Let's be real though. Summer has had a public history of messy relationships, so anytime her name pops up in drama, people don't even wait. They run with it, even if it's not true. But one thing about Summer, she gonna get on Instagram Live, look dead into the camera with a bonnet on, and shake the table when she's ready. And we haven't gotten the full clap back yet, but you know it's coming. She always clears the room in her own way. I feel like the internet loves to blame the woman. Like, if a man cheats, suddenly the other woman is labeled a homewrecker instead of dragging him for betraying his relationship. But also, if Summer did know, girl, I need her to make better choices because she's too fine, too talented, and too booked to be in situations like this. Either way, I'm waiting for the PR-approved explanation, the shade-filled IG stories, and the cryptic tweets because you know they're coming. And besties, let's talk about how the fans reacted, because that part alone could have been its own episode. Some people were defending Summer like, y'all always blaming the woman, check the man, while others were throwing virtual tomatoes at her Insta comments. It was giving chaos, confusion, and commentary at the same time. You know when the internet is divided? The memes get funnier, the shade gets louder, and everybody suddenly becomes a relationship expert. Then out of nowhere, people started pulling up old screenshots of Summer posting subliminals about loyalty, fake people, and being tired of being the problem in relationships. The blogs were like, interesting timing, and that just added more fuel to the fire. And bestie, you already know how the internet gets when they start connecting dots that don't even need to be connected. Meanwhile, the alleged baby mama? Oh, sis was speaking her truth. She was posting crying videos, emotional quotes, talking about being blindsided and how tired she was of being a good woman to a bad man. And that had the internet screaming, "We stand with her!" Because one thing about social media, they love the heartbroken woman storyline. It tugs the timeline's sympathy like nothing else. But then, boom. Screenshots of the guys supposedly messaging multiple women start popping up. The internet said, hold up. Now everybody getting cheated on? It became less about Summer and more like, this dude is community property at this point. People began switching from dragging Summer to dragging him for being the common denominator in the mess. And then the neutral creators jumped in with their think pieces. You know those creators who talk softly with a mic right in their mouth? They were like, let's talk about how society demonizes women in cheating scandals while ignoring men's accountability. And they were eating it up. Those videos were getting millions of views because the algorithm loves when people start talking in circles with soft background music. Next came the This You era. The internet loves that. They started pulling up old posts where Summer said she would never deal with another toxic man again. And the audience was like, girl, we believe in healing, but you need to stop choosing final boss-level toxic men. I swear the internet is like your auntie who remembers everything and brings it up during Sunday dinner just to embarrass you. Then rumors started circulating that Summer was going to address everything in a song. And that had everybody gagged because if there's one thing Summer gonna do, she's gonna pour her entire heart into that studio mic. Fans were like, let her cook. The album gonna hit even harder now. Meanwhile, the other half was like, We tired of Heartbreak Chronicles? Give us soft girl energy. And to top it all off, people started making TikToks reenacting the alleged drama like it was a Tyler Perry production. They had props, bonnets, fake baby dolls. It was ridiculous, but hilarious. And honestly, when the internet starts treating your drama like theater, it might be time to log out. But girl, just when the timeline thought the scandal reached its peak, Summer's close friends allegedly started liking and unliking shady posts. And you already know what that means. The internet zooms in, screens records, and starts adding their own interpretations. People were saying, oh yeah, they definitely throwing in directs, or this circle been messy. Even if it was just an accidental double tap, the blogs turned it into a headline by sunrise. Then someone claimed they had inside tea from the guy's side. They said he told Summer he was single and co-parenting and not together with the baby mama. You know, the classic script these men memorize like it's a national anthem. And honestly, a lot of people were like, yeah, that sounds exactly like something a man would say. The comments were flooded with, this is why I don't date, and men lie for fun. Meanwhile, Summer posted that random Instagram story with the spiritual quote about protecting your peace and letting God handle what you outgrew, and the internet lost it. They treat every Summer Walker post like a prophecy. Everybody was like, oh yeah, she talking about that situation, even though she could have just been talking about her morning tea. But the baby mama wasn't done either. She started posting little boomerangs with captions like moving smarter and lesson learned and bestie that had the girls screaming. People were like, yup, she's in her independent queen era now, while others said she was still subbing. At this point, everybody was communicating in subliminals like it was a secret language. Then suddenly, a voice note allegedly leaked. Nothing too crazy, but just enough for the internet to believe it was connected. Somebody said it was from the guy, others denied it, but you know how that goes. Once the blogs catch it, it becomes its own storyline. One TikTok even slowed the audio down to analyze the truth like they were CSI cheating unit. What made it even wilder was how influencers jumped in. Some were blaming Summer, some were defending her, and some were making the mess about themselves like, this reminds me of when I got cheated on. Girl, no one asked. But that's the internet. People will make themselves the main character in any crisis. Plus, fans noticed Summer had turned off her comments under certain posts, and that was the final spark the timeline needed. People said, oh, she hiding something, while others were like, she protecting her mental health. For all we know, she probably just got tired of strangers being weird in her notifications. But, once again, the internet created a conspiracy theory with zero evidence, and then the funniest part, people started making Summer Walker drama timelines. Literally charts and graphs like they were analyzing a crime scene. They put dates, screenshots, arrows, circles. It looked like an FBI investigation. I'm talking full PowerPoint presentations on TikTok. The dedication was insane. And whoo, besties, that's the whole messy, chaotic, unbelievable saga wrapped up like the world's most dramatic soap opera. Whether Summer actually did anything or not, this situation shows how fast the internet can take a rumor and turn it into a whole cinematic universe. But you already know, over here, we keep it cute, keep it classy, and keep it alleged. We're just here to sip our tea and mind our glossy little business. But speaking of glossy, make sure y'all check out my crossbeauty.net Shopify store, because while everybody else is out here breaking up homes, I'm just breaking necks with these press-on sets. Lip gloss and beauty goodies, okay? If you want nails that look like you get them done weekly without paying salon prices, go grab you a set, babe. They're affordable, they're cute, and they're giving main character energy. And listen, after all this relationship drama, the only nails we're breaking are the ones I ship to y'all in your pretty pink Cross Beauty packages. Period. So treat yourself, spoil yourself, and support your girl's small business. You already know when you look good, you feel good, and nobody can drag you into mess that's beneath you. That's soft girl rule number 1. But before we go, I just want to leave my besties with this. Protect your peace, trust your intuition, and never let someone else's chaos disturb your glow. You deserve love, respect, success, and happiness, and you can create that for yourself every single day. I love y'all so much. Thank you for vibing with me, and remember, no matter what the blogs say, you're that girl.